Good morning. Hi, everybody. It's Sara with the Mendel JCC teaching a yoga class this morning at 10:30. So we'll get started in about 5 minutes. So chime in when you're here, and it'll be great to see everybody this morning. Oh, hey, Kathy. Thank you for joining me today. Can you hear me all right? I ended up having to change my computer out. Unfortunately, my computer of probably 11 years old decided to kick the bucket this week. So I'm borrowing Doug's computer today, and hopefully I'll look at buying a new one this week. So today we will be working with our breath of joy. I'll be teaching that. This is the fourth part of our breathing cycles that I've been teaching. And I'm looking forward to doing that in a few minutes before we come into standing asana and then work our way down to the floor. Thanks, Kath. Appreciate the answer. So you'll just need your mat, and I encourage you to grab a blanket if you need it, but we will start standing this morning. And we'll get started in about 3 minutes. Oh, hey, Deborah. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Robin. Rosemary. So happy Sunday, everyone. I will be starting with our fourth practice of different breathing techniques. And this morning is breath of joy, which we can all use at this time. The great thing about breath of joy is it brings circulation and energy of positiveness and grounds you and keeps you nurtured and happy. That's why it's called the breath of joy. So I encourage you just to grab a mat, and if you have a blanket, that would be great. We are going to start standing, and we'll get started in about 1 minute. Thank you again for joining me this morning. So I'm going to invite you to either stand on your mat or your carpet or flooring of whatever you have. My glasses here. So your feet are going to be comfortably hips width apart or a little wider, whatever's comfortable for you, just so you can get a sense of soft knees. It's important that your knees are soft only because they're kind of like shock absorbers for our bodies. So we want to make sure that they're always a little bit movable, which makes them easy. So just practice with me for a few seconds, and then I will describe our breath of joy. So again, thank you all for being with me here this morning. and happy Sunday. So I will be teaching you your breath of joy. And breath of joy is very kind of similar to where our first breath came from, our Durga breath. When we began learning how we breathe from the low belly and into our side pillars, our diaphragmatic breath, and then filling our whole chest cavity with prana. So reminding ourselves our prana is our life force energy within us. So as we concentrate and perform the breath of joy technique, just be aware of filling all 3 sections one at a time. So as you inhale, you're going to inhale through the low belly. Continue your inhale to incorporate your diaphragmatic breath. Continue that inhale, so it's a little bit long, to fill the full chest cavity. But the difference is that when you exhale, we'll be exhaling through the mouth with a ha. So it's a very ha. So it's similar to how when we were working with our Kalabati breath, pushing the navel in, it's that sensation of ridding the body of breath very quickly. So just be aware of how your breath fills the whole chest cavity and then exhales and empties. For some reason, I have this strange window on my computer, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay. All right, so I will demonstrate it, pardon me, 2 times, and then I encourage you to join me on the 3rd time, and then we will do it 5 more times from there. So I'll be doing a total of 7, and you'll be doing 5. Okay, so just watch me. And remember, I'm softening my knees, and the arm movement is forward, side, all the way up. So you're fully extending the body. You can even come up onto your toes. You're that lifted before you fold the body with a hop. All right? So inhale. Inhale all the way. Exhale. Ha. Again. Get ready to join me. Ha. Begin. Inhale. 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 Ha. Ha. Remember to breathe through the mouth on the ha. Ha. 3 more. Ha. 2 more. Ha. Give it all you got. Ha. And just release the hands to the heart, left under right, lower eye focus, and even close eyes. You may notice the heartbeat. You may notice the stimulation of circulation. You may notice the breath might have changed, woke you up a little bit. Just be observant to the sensations of your body. Close your eyes if you're comfortable at this time, and continue to be aware of breath. Sensations. Bring yourself present. All right, let's lift the gaze of eyes, shake it out, and I'm going to invite you to do this one more time. So we'll go for 5 rounds yet again. And just remember, you're filling the full chest cavity and just ridding the breath. Just get rid of it, draw the navel in, find the core as you use your abdominal muscles to rid the breath. All right, let's prepare again. Inhale, 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 exhale. Ha. Ha. I hear y'all. Ha. Ha. One more. Ha. And this time, just release the hands out to sides. Come into a beautiful soft shoulder. Lower eye focus yet again. And I invite you to close the eyes. And then notice the sensation of body. breath in, deep breath out, just through nostrils. Jawline is relaxed. Good. Let's lift the gaze of eyes, and we'll join the hands to heart center. And we'll take our moment here to prepare. So I'm just going to ring my Nana bell. Gaze down into the hands if you'd like, or close your eyes. As we take this time to prepare the body, mind, and soul with spirit for our asana practice this morning, reminding ourselves that it's our breath that carries our movement with ease. Please take a moment to create an intention towards your practice so you keep focused and grounded. Reminding ourselves that everything that brought you to your mat is within your past. And once we come off our mat, we choose that time too, knowing that you have created this sacred space for yourself to be present. All right, let's lift our gaze of eyes, shake out our hands, shake out our arms. Good, just shake those legs out, just get them going here. All right, so we're gonna come into wide leg stance. So I invite you to take, let me take this off. So I invite you to take your legs super wide, kind of soften through the knees. Again, they're like your shock absorbers. Soften through those knees and just feeling the knees bending. They don't have to fully straighten. We're not looking for hyperextension in the knee, which opens the back of the knee too far. And then just settle in for a moment. Just settle in and just rock in and just kind of transfer the weight from one leg to the other. Now, just slowly try to sway the body by leading with your tail. Tail, spine. Good. And then just soften that back to center. All right, let's rotate now through that right leg. So as we rotate, we're going to open the toes nice and wide, heels grounded, and then turn into the left leg just enough to where it brings your hips at a little bit of an angle. They're not super square. And then we'll just raise our arms up, bend through the front knee, and discover your beautiful Viratu. Gazing over the front hand, so gazing over that right hand, and hold your Viratu. Now gently bring the forearm down, and then lift up through this left arm and gaze up. Opening up the chest, so the rib cage on that right side is working under you as the arm reaches back behind you so you can shut your eyes. And then gently reach back through that left arm, discover back your Viratu, and hold. Now straighten out through that right leg. Leave the arms here, or you can soften them and do a little shoulder roll as we come into our other side. So rotate through left, rotate through right, bend through that left knee, gaze across, and hold. Softening the shoulders, finding your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over hips, and holding. And then bring the forearm down, and then reach the left rib cage under so the heart can open, and look up. Stretching eyes, opening, nice long breath, keeping your intention so you're focused. And then big inhale, back to Virabhadrasana 2. And then straighten out through the leg, release the arms, shoulder rolls. Come into a nice parallel feet so that toes are slightly turned in because we're going to come into a forward fold that extends parallel to earth. So spill the pelvis, keeping your alignment of spine, gaze down, and hold. You're just parallel to earth right now. Taking a little spiral here, take that left hand, reach it all the way out towards that right foot, and then create more of a fold and look towards the right. You're getting a really big stretch right through that left side where the arm connects. And then gently inhale, become parallel again. Engage the core. Big inhale. Exhale, reach across. Other way. Each time you exhale, let it go just that much more to make a difference. And then inhale, lengthen out, and let's add our arms out to our sides. And then hinge back up, keeping the knees a little soft. And back to warrior two. Rotate, bend through, and hold. Nice and comfortably. Good. Bringing the forearm down, and this time let's reach the arm all the way up and find the gaze. Find that beautiful lengthened left side. And we're going to add on into a high lunge. So you're going to spin that left hip so the left arm can come down, and then find your high lunge and hold. Lift up through right arm, create your spiral, and hold. Good. Bring the hand back down. Spin that left hip. Come into your forward fold as we make those feet nice and parallel again. On your fingertips this time, so you're really active through fingertips. Arms out to your sides. Inhale, lift. And other way. Vira two. Find your strength. Find your power. Forearm down. Arm comes up. Gaze up. Good. Find that spin now out of that right hip as you sweep the right arm down. Spin. Find your high lunge. And then reach up through that left arm. Bring the hand down. Extend the front leg. Slowly rotate and find yourself fingertips yet again. Now this time you're going to walk your fingertips out towards me, but stay weighted in your sit bones. So we're opening up our shoulders and our back. Draw your navel in, bow down, and hold. So it's similar to like a wide leg back down dog. So just take awareness to how you're really feeling those sit bones going back. Side profile. So the sit bones are still going back. So you can really open up into the backs of the legs and breathe. Continue through with breath. Good. Walk your fingers back. Prepare arms out to the sides. Hinge back up. And we'll continue to add on. Spin. Bend. Forearm down. Lift up. This time we'll add our sun warrior. Reach back through that left arm. Inhale, lift up right arm. And then bring the hand down. Find your high lunge. Spin and lift. Rotate. Hand comes down. Extend. Walk it all out. Walk it out in front of me. And then bow down again. Walk the fingers back. Arms out to your sides. Inhale and lift. Spin, other side. Bend through. Forearm down. Reach up. Open sun warrior as you inhale. Find that spin all the way out of that right leg. Hands come down. Inhale. Hands down. Rotate. Hold here. Walk it out front. And bow yet again. Good. Walking now the hands back. This time pull up through your elbows. And then hinge up. Good. Spin. This time, take the hips a little further and bend through front knee. So you might find that this back leg needs to come up a little bit because you want to be a little more square from the ear to shoulder to hip on that left side. And hold here. Breathing easy. Now we're going to incorporate a standing split. So you're going to take your hands forward to the earth and let that left leg rise high to the sky and hold. Standing split. And then guide the toe down, let it tap, and then lift it again. Keep this going. I'm just going to put my hair back, everybody. I forgot to do that. And then tap again. Lift up. Tap one more time. Looking awesome. And then gently keep the lift all the way out of the leg. And then bend your front knee. So bend that right knee and let the foot float back down. And inhale, lift arms up. Virabhadrasana 1. Gaze up. Let's bring the hands to heart center and straighten the front leg. Rotate and other side. So as we come into beautiful forearms, find your shoulder blades. Remember, shoulders are working towards the spine. Lift the chest, draw the navel in, bend the front knee. Find beautiful Virabhadrasana 1 with cactus arms. And then prepare for your split. Reach the hands down to the floor. Inhaling, lifting right leg up. And then slowly tap. Inhale again. And slowly tap. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift and hold. Bend through that left knee. Float the back foot back down. Bring your arms all the way up, discovering your Vira 1. Gaze up. Hands to heart center and rotate back towards me. So we're going to add on here. So rotate, cactus arms, bend, hold. Remember to really open up through the ball feet and be aware of that back foot. That arch is lifted. The tendency is to roll into the big ball toe. Hold. Standing split. Release it down. Inhale, lift. Repeat this again for 4 and 3. Find the full range of motion. 2. 1 more. And find the lift. Bend through the front knee. Lower the foot. Come back up. Vira 1. And we're going to add half moon, which is a big balance. So take the hand behind you. Let that front arm just rest on your lower back. You're going to reach out with tented fingers that are warmed up. Reach them down to the floor on a slight angle off that pinky ball toe. Lift up through that left leg and hold balance. Hold, opening the backs of the knees. Keeping the back of the skull open. And breathe. Soften through. Both arms back up. Hands to heart center. Extend. Find center and rotate other way. Bend through cactus arms. Reach down. Lift the leg. Tap through the toe. For 4 and 3. This is giving you a chance to warm up your hips, work your hamstrings. 1 more time. And then slowly bend that front knee. Back to Virabhadrasana 1. Preparing for balance, other side. Opening up through that front arm, that right arm. Let it just relax into the back. Reach the left fingers up and over, down. Find the floor. And then lift up through as you extend legs. Keep the breath nice and long. Bend through that standing leg, both arms back up, Vira 1, hands to heart center, and then face towards me. Bend through both knees. Extend the hands and bring them right above your knees. Let the shoulders come up into the ears and settle in here, just settle it in. And so you're kind of like your torso's like a hammock. And then just circle the torso around. Circle it. And reverse it. Find your center. And now engage your core, dropping down through the tail. Thighs are working. Goddess, bend through elbows. And hold. Go down a little bit deeper. Challenge yourself. And then extend elbows and knees. Lift heels. Find balance. Lift your heart. Root your tail. And soften. Walk everything together. Shake out your legs and arms. Bring your feet back together this time. With the feet together, look down, big ball toes touching. Straighten legs. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Hold on to your right wrist. Up and over towards the left. Hold. And back center. Release arms. Inhale, lift. Hold on to the left wrist. Up and over towards the right. And back center. And release. Inhale, lift. Hands to heart center. Just be present for a moment as you hold. Good. Shake out your limbs once again. All right, we're going to transition to all fours. So let's bring our hands to the top of the mat. And find yourself in all fours. Nice and easy here. Let's just start by exhaling, rounding our spine, dropping our tail, dropping our skull. Inhale, lift tail, lift skull. And again. One more time. Good. Let's extend out through the right arm, left leg. And hold balance. And just hold here. Bring the limbs down and switch it out. And bring it down and switch out. Now this time, you're going to hold here and find your core and bring the limbs away from the torso, just a few inches, and bring it all back center. Away and back center. One more time, away and back center. Bring the limbs down. Other side, reach. Remember you're in opposition, and then reach the limbs away and back center. And away. Back center. Keeping the core engaged. And release the hand and knee down and rest down into child. Know that you can come here at any point during your practice and release. Stay in child. As you open up the back body to breath, really notice how you're able to let go. Good. Slowly roll up from there. Sit into the heels as comfortably as possible. I know some people have a hard time with this, so you're welcome to come onto your shins because we will get there at one point or another. So sit here just for a moment, and we're just going to open up through our shoulders a little bit more. So I'm going to invite you to bring up your left arm and hold on to your left elbow and stretch the arm down. So as you reach the hand down, give yourself a little pat on the back. And then gently release. Now, if your feet are getting a little grumpy here, remember you can go up onto your shins. Inhale, lift up, other side. Hold your other elbow. Give yourself again another pat on the back. and release. Good, let's bring those hands back up to the top of mat. Let's prepare for downward facing dog. Toes come under, yield the earth from the hands to the hips. Up you go, heavy through skull. Hands are shoulders width, feet are hips width, and just breathe. Now we're coming to low lunge. So bend through your right knee as you lower the hips, and then sweep the left leg forward. So as you sweep that leg forward, it's going to keep bent. Lift up through the right arm and discover your low lunge. Draw the tail in, look up, reach up, and hold. Now we're going to transition back into our high lunge. So bring the fingertips down, tuck that right toe under, extend the leg, and rotate towards me. Hold. And then gently bring the hands down. Bring the hand inside. Bring that back knee down. Let's just rock the hips a little bit here as we bow. And then forward. And then bow again. And forward. And then we're going to pick up that left foot. Bring it back. And then release down into child again. Now remember, your knees can be wide. It's important you protect your body for what it can do. So be present with it. Easy breath. And then gently roll from here. Now we're going to continue with the same shoulder stretch. So hold on to that left elbow as the left hand comes behind. And you're welcome to join me on this. If you'd like to take that right hand behind you and try to clasp the fingers underneath and hold, do so. Or you can grab your shirt, but just hold. Now release the arms. Other side, and remember you can come up on your shins if that's more comfortable. Breathe, everybody. Open up through that left arm. Try to clasp those fingers together or touch them. And release. Release the hands out, downward facing dog yet again. Toes under, yield to earth, lift the hips, and settle in. 3 more breaths here. One more breath. Let's transition into that beautiful low lunge. Lower your hips, bring that left knee down, and bring the right foot forward. And then slowly inhale and lift up into low lunge. Reaching out through that left arm, feeling a beautiful hip flexor stretch here. Hold. And coming into our high lunge with our spiral yet again. Find your fingertips. Back toe tucks under as you inhale, extending arm, rotate. Bring the hand down inside to join it next to the other hand. Knee comes down. Rock your hips. And you're welcome to tuck the chin a little bit here as you rock. Should feel good in your hips. One more time. And let's pick up this right leg now. Meet it back to the left. And let's go wide knee child. So take the knees nice and wide. Big ball toes together. You're welcome to take the hands forward and bow. Soften the elbows. You're welcome to use your fists to help you get your sit bones back a little more into the heels so you can really expand and open up the back to breath. Just holding here, resting. Good, draw your navel in, walk your hands back. So I'm gonna have you face towards me. So we're gonna do gate pose today. So with gate pose, I invite you to use a blanket for your shin, only because it will give you a little bit of support if that's what's needed for you. Otherwise, you can just keep it on the carpet. That's fine. Or wood floor might be a little hard. So you're going to take your blanket and fold it a couple times so there's a little bit of height. And we're going to take our left shin on our blanket. So your shin is nicely supported and the foot is on the floor. And we're going to take our right leg and bring it onto an angle. So now I'm off my mat and I'm on a slight angle. So this will keep my hips nice and open. It's very hard to do this laterally off to the side. Hips usually don't have that much rotation. So you want to make sure that you're a little bit on an angle here. So let's just take that right hand to thigh and let's just bend through the knee and then take it back. Bend through again. So remember that tail spine that we were working with earlier? That's the same thing that you're doing. You're finding your tail spine and then it's like the skull just follows. Opening up the hips. And again. Good. One more time, everybody, before we prepare for gate pose. Now find your root all the way through this left side. And now we're going to straighten out this right leg. So find a straight leg. And if you know you need to keep the knee a little bent, put the foot down. Otherwise, flex through the ankle. Bring the hand down onto the shin or keep it above the knee. Just try not to press on the knee. And then we'll lift up through this beautiful left arm. And if you're comfortable to reach out and grab your peace fingers through your big ball toe, go for it. Opening here, and let's circle the arm. Big circle. One more time, and circle. Hold the lateral. One more breath. Big inhale, come back up, release. And then slowly turn in so you can pull the knees together. And then just for a moment, just rest into the feet. Find Virasana and hold here. Hero pose. Tuck the chin and breathe. Good. Push down through the shins, come back up, and we'll go to the other side. So find your, slipping off my blanket here. Find your balance now with that right leg and bring your left foot forward. Remember you're on an angle. And then take the hand to the thigh and just bend through and then come back. So the knee just stays bent pretty much the whole time. And then just begin to find your wave. Keep going with the wave. I'm just going to look at a couple of the comments. All right, thanks everybody. I love these comments. This is awesome. Okay, quiet the wave. And then slowly extend now through that front leg. Find the flexion. So you're gathering the energy all the way into the quad. Bring the hand down either, and practice the same way you did on the other side. So either above the knee, below the knee, or peace fingers through the big ball toe. And then lift up through that right arm, and then slowly begin to circle it. And again. Circle. And again. Circle. One more big circle here, opening the shoulder. Remember, if it's too much, you can always shorten your lever. And one more, and hold. Open your gate. Inhale, up, release. And then again, turn in so you can bring the foot in. And then settle down into hero's pose. Hold here. Tuck the chin slightly so you're opening up the back of the throat. And now let's transition into bridge. So bring yourself off of your blanket. Lay down onto your mat if you would. And if you want to be conscious of how you're rolling down, just take the hands to the below the knees and open your spine and just melt it to the floor. Draw the knees into the chest. Hold here. And then we're going to prepare for bridge. So bring the feet down. Heels are comfortably towards the buttocks. Root down through your feet. Extend your arms by your sides. And gently inhale, lift up through pelvis. And hold. We'll repeat this 3 times today with 3 breaths each round. Good. Widen the back and slowly work your way down. So each round, I'm going to make it a little more difficult on where our hands are. So gently come up again. And you're welcome. If it's too hard for you, leave your arms out to your sides, palms are lifted. Or gather the hands underneath you a little bit more so you can draw the shoulder blades together. And there's a little rocking there. One more breath here. And then melt the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. And then we'll come into our final bridge. Coming back up, either release the palms out to the sides, palms up, palms down, or you can clasp the hands. And again, walk the shoulder blades together and hold. One more breath, pushing down through that big ball toe to keep the legs nice and parallel. And then release the hands if they are clasped, and then gently widen the back and lay it down slowly. And then gently rest for a moment. Draw one knee to the chest, the other knee follows. Flex your ankles, draw the chin to the chest, and reach out and hold the outside edges of the feet. Come into a nice tight ball as you open the back. Few breaths here. Release the feet as you lay down. Let's draw both knees towards the right, towards me. And then both arms away from me or to the left. Let's take that right hand, onto your ribs and open up through that left arm and gaze off to the right. Now circle the arm all the way around towards your bent knees. And then lay back on your back as you bring the knees in. Bring the knees back together, center yourself, and both legs go off towards the left. Left hand comes to the right rib, and then extend that right arm out. Gazing off towards the right now. Really stretch the eyes here. Let each exhale take you a little bit further into your twist, into that rotation. And continue to circle the arm over towards your bent knees. And then we'll gently come back onto our backs. So we're going to come into a balance on our sit bones. So I invite you to take your hands behind your thighs, draw your chin into your chest, scoot your belly out, and lift up and find your balance on your sit bones. Orchestrate your spine, gaze along, open up your toes, and hold. Widen those elbows, and then let go of legs. Fire up those abs, and hold. One more breath, creating a bow, soles of the feet together, and release forward and bow. Heavy through skull here. And then gently roll up from there. So we're going to take a little spiral. So take that left hand to your right knee, and then take that right hand behind you, and bring the heel of hand right by your spine, as though the arm tries to support your whole spine, and then create a beautiful twist. And we're going to bow over this right knee as you release, bowing over the knee, and then walk the hand center. Create your bow yet again. Exhaling with ease here. And rolling up. And let's go the other way. Drawing the hand behind you. Again, you're finding that heel of hand right at the sacrum, pushing down, reaching your right hand to your left knee for support, and then slowly take your spiral all the way around. And then gently inhale, come back center. Let's leave the hands behind us and bow down again. And then gently roll up from there. Good, we're gonna come down onto our backs. So pick up your knees, find your feet nice and parallel, and you're welcome to use the hands underneath the thighs as you roll and melt your spine. And then I invite you to bend through the knees a little more. And then let the knees open so the soles of feet are together. And now we're going to take the index finger and your thumb together so you create a spade. And the navel goes right in the center of your spade. And then tuck your elbows so your shoulders can just drop down. And I invite you to close your eyes here for a moment. Breathing comfortably. One more breath. And then gently bring the hands away. Let the hands come down to your thighs so it helps the legs come together. Now walk the feet wider than hips width. Pick up your toes and then bring the toes towards one another. And then you'll find out that your knees kind of touch and then just rock out your hips. So this is an internal rotation to open up the lower back. So just be aware of how that internal rotation, you find that balance with your knees. Now we're going to stretch our arms out into our T position. And with our arms straight in front of the shoulders, gently cross the elbows and bend them and release. Open back of skull. So fine, now you're finding internal rotation. And on your next inhale, lift your arms in front of your shoulders and then open them all the way out. Oh, I didn't remind you. Now you got to recross your arms. So remember which arm crossed first. And exhale, and then cross and release. If you're on the same side, it's fine too. And then gently inhale, lift the arms yet again. Bring them out to the T position for a moment. And then bring your hands down by your sides. Let your knees come apart, your feet come parallel. Let's pull one knee into the chest, the other knee follows. Let's just pick up the head towards the knees and just hold here. You're welcome to cross the ankles here if you'd like. Rock it out a little bit in the hips. And then gently rest down. So at this time, I welcome you to do any final asanas that you're kind of feeling like. You know, if you want to go into happy baby pose, you want to get another spiral in, do what kind of feels good for you right now. You know, take this time. It's your time. Before we work our way down into final relaxation of Shavasana. So remember, as you set yourself up for Shavasana, I encourage you to lengthen the legs out. If you have a blanket, you might want to use it for a prop underneath the skull. As you have heaviness in the skull. Because the nose, it's important that the nose is a little bit higher than your chin. So if your chin is super high here, I do encourage that you get enough lift to where your nose is a little higher than chin. It really helps with the circulation and the breath within the body. And then extend your arms down by your sides, palms up, and settle in. So as you begin to settle in, notice each part of the body that's being supported by the floor. As you notice the skull being supported, your shoulders, your right arm, your left arm, the back body into your pelvic halves. Feeling the length of the right leg into the heel. Feeling the length of the left leg into the heel. The breath may be a little calmer at this time. Not much movement happening with the breath. Settle in just that much more to make a difference. Now I know the mind has a tendency to wander. So let me read for you a saying from Krishna Das, who is a spiritual leader of chanting and spiritual leading of speaking. And this is the graveyard of descendants. If you know anything about a path at all, it's only because of the great ones that have gone before us. Out of their love and kindness, they have left some footprints for us to follow. So in the same way they wish for us, we wish that on all beings everywhere, including ourselves. Be safe, be happy, have good health, and enough to eat. And may we all live at ease, apart with whatever comes to us in life. Graveyard of the Descendants by Krishna Das. Bringing conscious awareness to breath. Deep inhale. Exhale with a sigh. Through the mouth if comfortable. Repeating this twice more. Filling the chest cavity with prana. Exhaling through mouth with a sigh. And one more time. Begin to bring very slow, conscious awareness of movement as you transition yourself to one side.